Hey there, it's Shauna with Neo-Feminine Astrology. I hope you're doing great. This is your weekly astrology forecast for the week of December 5th. And this week is all about honest individuality. So I'm excited to share with you a few tips to harness the energy of this week and a few things to watch out for as well. So we'll start big picture and then bring it in. Big picture are the slower moving planets, and then we'll bring everything into the lunar cycles, which is the method for which everything is delivered. So big picture, we have the sun coming into a conjunction with Saturn this week. And so whenever the sun conjuncts or aspects any planet, it's like a big spotlight on that planet. So it's like a flashlight. That's what you think of it as, is like the sun. It's spotlighting certain issues that are related to that planet. In this case, Saturn issues are being highlighted, and Saturn is in Sagittarius. Saturn is all about the reality of life. It's the hard facts. It is what is the truth. It's reality check time. And even more so because this is in the sign of Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is about truth and honesty and the meaning behind things. It's about the ultimate truth and the underlying truth behind whatever it is that's happening. So this, it could be a certain sense of reality check, and what I encourage you to do is to really be honest with yourself this week. What is your current situation and where are you starting from? So this doesn't have to be like bad or doom and gloom. I know a lot of people really talk down about Saturn, and Saturn is not all bad. It is not negative. It can actually be really beautiful. What Saturn is illuminating for you at this week is where do you need to be responsible? Where do you need to put in some extra effort? And it's also sharing with you what your starting point is this week. So this at times, of course, can feel kind of like a setback where you're like, wow, I didn't know that I was starting here, or I didn't know that this was my reality. It can feel like that sometimes, but there's some beauty in that, because then you know where you need to go. The great thing about Saturn is it doesn't bullshit you. It really presents you with what it is that you need to know so that you can move forward, so that you can build, and so that you can create really amazing things. It's also cool because this is like the beginning of a new cycle to build something. So I encourage you this week to really be honest with yourself and to be mindful of what it is that you want to move towards, because Saturn supports you to build new things. So that's one aspect. The other interesting thing that's happening this week is Venus is moving into the sign of Aquarius. And Venus is all about love, money, sex, and values. I say all of the things that we love to love. So Venus will be in Aquarius for about a month or so. So Venus in Aquarius is asking us to feel into what it is that we value about Aquarian things. And Aquarius is a humanitarian sign. It's all about serving the collective and doing something for the greater good of humanity or for the group. It's about letting go of individual concerns and putting your efforts towards something that will serve many, and big vision, big picture serving kind of situation. So this can look like a variety of different things, but I would also encourage you this week, because of this paired with the Saturn energy, to really think big and to think about what it is that you're moving towards and why it is that you're doing it. Something that is more than just about your individual purposes. Who do you want to help and who do you want to serve? Who do you want to reach? Who do you want to connect with? That's very Aquarian energy. So that's all very much, Aquarius is also about individuality as well. And so all of this is very much a need to be honest with yourself and a need to go inside first so that you can radiate out into the world. So all of that being said, this week we're in the waxing phase of the moon. And so this is when the moon is growing, and this is when we want to move forward with things. We want to initiate and to take emotional risks. So this week I would say yes, do that. Like, go forward, do the things that you got to do, and be a little bit flexible with it. So know that things may not turn out the way that you think that they'll turn out. That's the nature of the waxing moon, is that you're in experimenting phase. And don't get down on yourself for being in an experimental kind of phase this week. So that being said, I have some tips for you. Number one is to be flexible. So especially around Wednesday, there may be something that happens where it's like you need to make a compromise, or there's like some kind of challenge or something. So be flexible with this. Whatever presents itself to you, it's not meant to say that this is bad or that this is a dead end or that it's failure. That is not the message. The message here is to be flexible and to morph yourself into what it is that is appropriate for the situation. So that's number one, be flexible. Number two is to, just like we've been talking about, to be really honest with yourself. And if you're having a challenge right now, or if there's something that you want to work on, I highly suggest writing down what your current situation is. So where is it that you stand with this situation? What are the challenges? What are the benefits? What are the pros? What are the cons, etc. But this is very Saturnian kind of energy. It's like, okay, like where do we start from? What's the beginning point? So that's number two, to be really honest with yourself, because that gives you lots of room to grow. It gives you a stable base to grow from. Number three is to keep it real with the people in your life. And this is very much Venus and Aquarius energy. So be honest with the people in your life about your challenges, your struggles, what it is that you're working on, and be as transparent as you can this week. There's very much a need to present yourself in a way that is most authentic, and you'll be surprised that people will show up to support you when you do that. So do not be afraid to share yourself with people, the good side and the challenging side. Be yourself this week. I know that sounds cliche, but that is number three, is to keep it real with the people in your life. It is so needed. So those are my three tips for you this week. Be flexible, be honest with yourself, especially if you have a challenge that you're working on, and to be real with the people in your life. They will love you so much more for it. So I hope you have an amazing week. If you like this video, please share it with a friend. I love getting these messages out to as many people as possible. And leave me a comment if it's on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or whatever. I love connecting with you guys and just hearing how you're doing. So with that, I'm wishing you an amazing week, and I will talk to you soon. Namaste.